Hi and welcome back. My name is Emmanuel, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about Python loops. Loops are very important in Python because they help you to repeat a block of code. When you have a loop, you don't have to do it. Just imagine you have 1 million rows of data. You can loop through, and once you do that, you just sit and relax, and your code continue to run. So Python loops in Python are a way to repeatedly execute a block of code while a certain condition is true. For each item in a sequence, do this. If not, do this, stuff like that. Python provides two primary types of loops, the for loop and the while loop. So let's look at the for loop. You can use the for loop to iterate over a sequence, like over a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, or a string. It is commonly used when you have a block of code which you want to repeat a fixed number of times for so in the range of maybe 10, range of 100, something like that. So how do you do it? Let's assume you have this list of fruits and you have element of that list, apple, banana, cherry. You can say for fruits in fruits, print fruits, and then you have apple, banana, cherry. It's the for fruit here is just for readability. It's the same thing if you say for high in it will still print. Okay, once I change that to high will be here. It will still give the same thing, but for readability, it is better to have it is better to have it written the way it has been written. So yeah, so for readability. Another thing is we have the range function. You can say for I in the range of maybe 6, it can be 10, print I. And then the for loop will iterate through. And you can say for I in the range of 2, when you have 10 and 2. So in this case, it will only go from 2, 4, 6, 8. So because in this, you specify you want to start at 2, you want to stop at 10, and you want the steps to be 2 at a time. You can also loop through a string for letter in Python print letter. And then it prints each of the letter in the word Python. You can as well have a nested loop. You can have a loop inside a loop. For color in colors, for fruit and fruit, we have colors and you have fruit. So you iterate, you have the first layer and this is the second layer. And here you can print the fruit and the color. We also have the while loop. The while loop is used to repeatedly execute a block of code as long as a condition is true. When you use a while loop, you have to be careful to include this condition. You need to include, it's not condition, you need to include something that will break the code. Because, you have, this is 1. With this plus 1, it means that this continues to increase and then at some point, this condition will no longer be met. If you don't add this line of code, then this loop will run infinity. So you have to be careful when you are running a while loop. And then let's look at a break statement. A break statement is used to exit a loop before it has looped through all the items. Like if a condition is not met, you can break the loop. And let's look at this. While I less than 6, print I. If I equals to 3, break. So it means that it only wants the first 3. I hope you are getting what I'm doing. Our goal is by the end of this course, it will be transformed from not knowing how to program to being able to analyze data with Python and getting a job as a data professional. Let's move to continuous statements. The continuous statement will skip the current iteration and continue the next one. That is in case, in this condition, if I equals to 3, then it goes to the next one. And that is the way it works. The else clause, while this run, do this, else do the other one. So you see, as this increase, when this is about to stop, it will say I is no longer less than 6. because because at some point I is going to be equals to 6. So loops are fundamental part of Python programming, and it helps you to repeat your code on instead of running your code individually for so many lines of code. You can have your list. Sometimes list can have million. You can have a million elements in a row in a list, or maybe in your dictionary or in tuple or anything. But making use of loop makes things easier in this respect. So this is something that is fundamental to your understanding how to program with Python. Please, if you have any question on this, feel free to let me know. As much as possible, I want you to understand this. My goal and focus is that at the end of all these tutorials, that you have what it takes to get a data professional job. It is nice having you here, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.